Hey guys, it's your boy Joe here from JPB Designs, and today I'll be telling you some of Virgil Abloh's tips to building a brand with a clear message and identity. Now, we all know Virgil Abloh, he was kind of the goat in the fashion, or one of the goats in the fashion industry. You know, he revolutionized the fashion industry really, and some of his designs we'll remember for many, many years. You know, I'm sure if he was still alive now, he would have created many more projects, many cooler designs, but it's very unfortunate that he's no longer here. But let's get into the video anyway. Now, his first tip on how to build a brand was really to dig into your idea. You know, like you want it to be concise, you want to know what your brand means, what the message is behind your brand, how you want to identify yourself. Like Off-White, for example, the brand's message, the identity, what they wanted to do for the world. It was to give the youth freedom to style themselves instead of, them being told who the wearer should be, what they should wear, etc. It also sent out a message to the world in saying you can do anything you want, you can be creative, you can use your power of creativity to really build anything you want. There's no restraints on what you can do, what you can't do. It's your life, you're free to do whatever you want, and that was really his message behind Off-White. And another example, Courtiers. I'm sure we all know Courtiers now. I think it opened. I think the brand came out in 2019, 2020, and obviously it's grown so much since then. Clint, the owner, he's got over 500 followers, 500,000 followers on Instagram. And the message behind Courtiers was basically for people to escape from societal restraints, such as like the 9 to 5 life, and go to school, go to university, get a degree, follow that sort of path in life where that it's kind of set. That's kind of what people want you to do. It's the expectations of you. So yeah, Courtiers, the message was to really escape from societal restraints and like pursue what you want to do. And that's why he created the logo. It's an outline of Alcatraz, which is a prison. It's a red prison. It's on an island. You're stuck there. Like if you're there, you're stuck there. And that was really his message conveyed into the logo of breaking out from societal restraints, breaking out of prison, breaking out of Alcatraz. I'm sure you get the message. And my final example is Represent. It's one of my favourite brands, to be honest. I think it's elegant, it's luxury, it looks cool, but it also fits the modern day society, modern day streetwear, modern day industry, which I think is really creative. And the message behind Represent was to combine luxury appeal and distinctive graphics, which I think they've done really well. And they also they had a view of forward thinking with the designs. So they wanted to be creative, they wanted to think what's modern, what looks good in 2024, but obviously in past years as well. So they wanted to keep up with the current trends, what's going on. But at the same time, they wanted to pay homage to the past and keep the designs kind of as modern, but their actual clothing, their actual pieces, they wanted to keep it in the past, which is a reason why in 2013 they switched from external manufacturing to internal manufacturing. So having their own manufacturers, creating their own clothes, producing everything on their own, which shows homage to the past, obviously, because in the past people had to make their own clothes. Not people had to make their own clothes, but there wasn't just someone out there in China where you could get all your clothes printed, stuff like that. You had to sew it on your own. You had to put the designs on your own. So yeah, it's pays homage to the past, where it's kind of like you have to do everything yourself. It comes from the internal power, not the external power. So yeah, that's the general consensus around the idea. So you want to be concise on what your brand means, the message behind it. I'm just giving you the examples of what Courtiers, what their message, their identity was, what Off-White, all that stuff. So yeah, you really just want to go into your idea and just think, why do I want to create this clothing brand? What's my meaning for it? You want a meaning behind it. It creates a good brand identity. It gives you a target audience as well. So if let's say, for example, your message is, I want to, make a really sustainable clothing brand, good for the environment, no waste or whatever. Gives you a really good target audience of people who agree with those morals, such as like being good for the environment, etc. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So yeah, just to be concise, have a clear idea, clear message, clear identity that you want to build your brand around, and we'll get into building your brand around it in a minute. Now, Virgil's second tip for creating a brand, creating a good clothing brand, strong identity, clear message, etc., was to focus on your ideas and really so your general idea, your general message, the identity. You want to iterate your designs, your website, your social media. You want to make everything linked back to your message, back to your idea, and you need to try to develop it as well. So, branch out into different sections of your idea. So, for example, if you want to be environmentally friendly, how could you develop that into your business? How could you develop it into your brand? Really make it a strong point of why people should buy from your brand, etc. And once you've found your brand's identity, the message, the meaning behind it, you really want to focus on getting the message out there. So, not necessarily saying on your clothing, on your designs, we're an environmentally friendly brand. You want to show it. You want to prove it on your website, and on your social media posts have like a description of 100% cotton, like reusable materials, stuff like that, etc. What else can I say? Like your factory uses renewable energy, stuff like that. So you want to convey your message, but you don't necessarily want to say it. For example, the Courtier's owner, Clint, in his Instagram bio, he has two words. It's no affiliation. So basically what that means is it's basically saying do what you want, which is obviously a clear message in the brand. Do what you want, escape from tradition, sort of. Escape from tradition, be independent, break out of the social norms that society has created. And obviously all these points, they link back to the message of breaking out of prison, in quotation marks. Obviously the Alcatraz, all links to just breaking out, being independent, doing what you want, not letting other people control your life. Yeah, so there's it goes deep. You want a deep meaning, and you want everything around your clothing brand to really show your identity, And if you can do this, if you can portray your message through everything that you do, you'll create a really strong clothing brand. You can build a community, which is really important for a clothing brand. I'll probably make another video on that, why community is so important, but we'll get into that into the future. But yeah, so you just want to portray your message, make it really, really deep. You want to put lots of thought and effort into creating this message and portraying it out into the world. Now, another example, I'll go back to Represent again. I've already mentioned this, but in 2013 they moved from an external manufacturer to internal, and it really does show the luxurious message behind the company. It's luxury, it's made from the company itself, not some random manufacturer in China. It's really good quality. That's something they really focus on, making it the best quality. I was doing some research and I found that the reason for Represent, one of the reasons for Represent was that they wanted to create the best clothing brand. No one else can compete, and that's why they're doing their own internal manufacturing, making the quality so good, making the design so clean and just so memorable, everyone knows what it is. And it also, as I said earlier, pays homage to the past, creating your own clothes, not some Chinese manufacturer. You create it internally in your own country, your own manufacturing process, your own materials, etc. So yeah, again, that shows a really clear message, and it shows the brand identity and what the message is about, and they've gone into depth and really portrayed it out into the world. And the final example, Off-White, Virgil Abloh, he said, that what inspired him was the creativity and like his art. He really wanted to get out into the world and show that, you know, the kind of underrepresented, underappreciated sort of underdogs of the world. You know, people who are kind of looked down upon, in quotation marks. He wanted to show that people like that, they can do whatever they want in this world and they can really strive for success and be independent, which, if you go back to what I said earlier about Off-White, about them giving, it gives the youth freedom to style themselves and do what they want in terms of clothing brands. It portrays a message out into a, you know, further idea of being able to do what you want, not letting other people control you, etc. Now guys, that is the end of the video. I'm running out of recording time, so if you did enjoy, please remember to like and subscribe. You know, leave a comment if this has helped you. But the main message I want you to get out of this video is really focus on building your brand. You know, don't just focus on creating the coolest designs, you know, doing the best marketing. You want a really clear message behind your brand and create like the identity. So when people think of your brand name, they think, oh yeah, that's really inspiring. I'm really like the message of being environmentally friendly, all that. So you want, when people think of your name, you want them to think of your identity and not necessarily your designs, because if they think about your designs, then it may look the coolest, but what does it really mean? And you can also portray the identity in your designs. Remember, as I said, Courtiers, the logo literally portrays what the message is for the brand. So yeah, just take that from this video. Create a clear identity, clear message, a why for your brand, so to say. But yeah, thank you very much guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.